Night that Dion actually saw a rainbow.
Yeah, how was that?
That was pretty nice.
Did you get the pot of gold?
No, I didn't.
Always.
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah, but when we were at the game today, it started pouring out of nowhere. Heavy downpour impacted the first half of the game, but it was a hot one. And anytime it's hot, you can get a little pop-up shower like we saw today, even on the radar. We can see that as it comes up. You can see that little shower coming right through the Mankato area, and that's pretty much it. There's a little bit of a shower near Hutchinson, but overall, it was a mostly sunny day. Those temperatures pretty warm, around 80 degrees. I even went for a run today, and I'm like, why does it feel so hard to run today? Well, it was hotter than we've seen in a while. Those temperatures near 80 degrees after several days with high temperatures into the 60s and to the low 70s. Even right now, those temperatures still around 70 degrees. 70 here in Mankato, 71 into St. Peter. The rest of us about the mid to upper 60s, but those dew points a little bit more muggier too today. Even right now, into the mid to upper 60s, a 67-degree dew point in Mankato, 68-degree dew point into St. Peter. Going to be a little bit warmer tonight with those overnight lows near 60 degrees. The other issue, as we wake up tomorrow morning, we could see a little bit more patchy fog in some areas as we've seen this morning. Again, I don't think it'll be as widespread with that fog many areas seeing this morning with low visibility. Now, as we go into Labor Day weekend, we're looking at temperatures anywhere for highs from 75 to 80 degrees. Could see a pop-up shower or storm, especially tomorrow evening. I'll show that here with the Futurecast. Now tonight, kind of scattered clouds on and off, maybe a shower to the east. Tomorrow we'll start off with more clouds, but that'll become mostly sunny as we get into the afternoon. But you can see these storms pop up around 6 o'clock tomorrow night, especially along I-35 and to the east. So don't be surprised if you do run into a shower or storm, and that'll clear out as we go into Saturday. Saturday will turn partly sunny, and these temperatures going to be pretty warm compared to what we've seen, anywhere from 75 to 80 over the next 5 days. Cold front comes through midweek, and then those high temperatures back into the upper 60s, feeling like fall again. Tonight, partly cloudy, a little bit warmer, near 60 degrees. Again, a few areas with fog as we wake up tomorrow morning. Warm day again tomorrow, isolated storm temperatures around 80 degrees, and we'll stay warm through Labor Day weekend, but with a lot of sun. Going to be a beautiful weekend to get out and enjoy the extra day off on Monday, and then we'll cool down back down into those 60s as we go Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, thanks, Daniel. We'll stay with us. Sports Extra is up next.